This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Looking at water vapor imagery, and the area to watch is a very potent, vigorous shortwave trough that's going to be tracking basically south and west of Hudson Bay across the Great Lakes, and it's going to move across mainly northern Vermont, but just about all of Vermont. A good opportunity of a reinforcing shot of anomalously cold air, and not only that, but it's going to coat up the area roads, it looks like, on Friday, and also a pretty impressive blast of wind gusts that could be in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range, maybe a little stronger than that in some of the mountain summits of the Green Mountains, but some of that getting down to the valley floors. Best chances for that would be across mainly northern Vermont. But this is going to be a potent, vigorous shortwave trough. It's really moving rather quickly, and it's going to track north of us in Canada, but it's going to swing through a fairly vigorous cold front that's going to reintroduce some rather cold air and some lowered wind chills for Friday. At the same time, we're going to see 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts potentially. Now this vigorous shortwave trough is going to come over the top of this ridge and then kind of like this. And so right now it's just a little bit too early to see the makings of this, but this could be part and parcel of what we're looking at here. So this is the looking at the latest modeling for every 6 hours here, the European model, and what you can see is that vigorous trough west of Hudson Bay. And right here it starts to wind up a little bit more vigorous here, and the track is going to take it right across northern New England. And this is valid Friday morning. And then during the day on Friday, we're going to see these strong gusty northwest winds along the back side of this departing area of low pressure. This is valid about 7 o'clock in the morning. Just running that through a little bit, and we'll zoom in on that. You can see the thickness in the thickness gradient, if you will, that temperature is much warmer here, much colder here, and quite a difference between northern Vermont and southern Vermont when this moves on through during the afternoon on Friday, and that's the reason why we have such strong gusty winds. Okay, a little more zoomed in shot here, and this is that shortwave trough that's moving across the Great Lakes. Picks up a little bit of moisture that's going to fall in the form of snow and coat up area roads, so heads up on that. And this is valid right here. This would be 7 a.m. Friday. Snow showers will skedaddle out quickly, but we got opening up the skies with probably partial sunshine and decent mixing conditions, and that's really what's going to give us and deliver some stronger winds. Okay, this is the European model valid in the morning hours. This is 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday, and we can see these winds develop. They start to show up in the higher terrain, a little bit in the valleys as well. That's valid again after the front moves on through. This is valid at 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday. We get into 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you can see these bright red. This is in knots, 48, 50, and so forth. So some pretty good winds here, especially hitting Canada. And the 6-hour panel, one shot later there, that's by, this is going to be by 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning. So the event's long over with at that point in time. But we're looking at, I think it's probably going to be a lot briefer than this. But it's going to move on through, and we're going to see potential for some tree limb damage here due to a northwesterly wind. Let's run that back real quick. And these are sustained winds, so you can see some of the sustained winds there, and then it moves on through. Something we're going to have to keep a close eye on because temperatures will be very cold, and anybody who does have outages will be affected by this cold, anomalous weather and very low wind chills. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.